Messianic.
Yeah, that's getting properly good.
Where are we going to put our drinks?
Oh, well, we've got to put them away because it's got to be Lucky Dip. We
Lucky
can't,
Dip,
we can't
yeah.
just be raking
There you
through
go,
like
you
a
do the
fancy
peated
bit
ones
of
to
that.
start off with.
We'll go unpeated and peated.
You are? How many are you having?
5. You're already talking about just...
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us yet again. BLETHERS. So this is the one where we do our apologies for the complete disaster we make of the full-on episode.
It's in good earnest.
Yeah, the last one was a good episode. I enjoyed that last one, the Ardbeg.
Yeah,
that was good. Again, we've clarified a few points.
We did ourselves a few
then.
details, so...
Yeah, and obviously we had the extra bit with the stolen trip. Anyway, without further ado,
right,
let's get ourselves a mystery dram. Remember, BLETHERS, we don't know what we're drinking.
No, that's the peated stuff.
I know it is, it's for you, I'm holding the bag.
I'm having unpeated first.
Oh, you are a jerk. He's a jerk.
Let's be slight to each other, being excessively...
Oh, I don't look too shabby. Bit of colour to that. Looks like a urine sample, but that'll be alright.
Mine looks identical.
Well, we've probably got some duplicates here because we both put jams into the kitty, don't we?
Yeah.
Not the cat, obviously, into the kitty, the bag. What? Anyway, there we go. Let's have a wee taste. Oh, it smells good. What is it?
Looking forward to this for a while.
Oh yeah. Still got our attic glasses here.
Oh yeah, doing it right.
You guys have a little ching, shall we? See
Doesn't
that
always have
noise?
to
We
come
got
at
it.
the
We
end.
got it now, haven't we? I'll do that as well. Shall I? What's your name?
Nice.
There we go. Looking good. So,
Smell it just for form. No
right,
idea.
just because that's what people do. They call it nosing it, but to me it's sniffing, smelling. How's that?
No pretension on you. It's hard to say.
Did you drink any at work today?
Nothing, so it's the first
Didn't
sip.
you? Of course, yesterday you were nearly drunk at work.
I was doing research.
Research.
There's a difference between Oloroso influence and Amontillado influence.
Yeah, that's it.
I had to taste it.
Rodders has got some tastings coming up, so he's good to go with that now, are you? That's not bad jam, that.
I think you'd be crying on this.
In what way? Enjoying it or not liking it?
This is pretty fiery.
Crying?
Yeah, just sad all in your guts because it's making you sore.
Oh, right, okay. Alright. Yeah, so, last episode, Ardbeg. We had the Wee Beastie. I think I've still got it here. Look, give people a little look, those that didn't see the episode. Wee Beastie.
I drank more of it. Oh, of course, it was just me drinking.
It's just
but
you only
still
had a
didn't have
sip
that
tonight,
much.
but you had a couple of decent jams there. But
Oh.
and don't forget, we will be putting some into the wee bottles for giveaways at a later date for a chance for you guys to win a dram of that. Yeah, so the Ardbeg one was good, wasn't it? The Wee Beastie wasn't a bad dram.
I'm
Nice.
really happy with the episode just because, as I said at some point, I'd kind of gone off the place because I'd visited so often.
Yeah,
But getting in touch with the history of the place.
And that
it
girl
just-
left, the tour guide that you
Yeah,
fancied.
but that pretty much had done. Yeah, let's say it like that. Once she'd gone, I couldn't be
Couldn't
bothered with
face
it.
the place again, having some ugly bloke taking you around.
Yeah. But now I know the history a wee bit better again.
No.
It's just-
So I'm going to clarify a couple of points already. The Wee
Well,
Beastie.
what do you know?
Wee Beastie. I spoke to a friend of mine who's quite well up in production down there, and he tells me that the Wee Beastie is going into their core range. They do call it something different, don't they? We call it core range. They call it,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Main bottlings or
yeah,
something.
something like that. But it's going to be one of their regular bottles now. That's
I didn't
generally
even know
going to
that
be
was a
always
question, to be
available.
honest.
5 years old.
Yeah.
Good jam. And the other thing he told
That was
me
the punchline
was
for
about
the
the
episode.
ppm.
That 5 just was no kind of liability
No.
at all. It was a
It was
good
lovely.
dram.
47% so it wasn't overly aggressive alcohol wise, was it? So I think that helped soften up the peat for me.
Yeah. Because you even enjoyed it a bit.
I didn't dislike
Especially because you were
Yeah.
like, this is going to be...
peat, it just gets me the heartburn. It gives me the
Yeah, you
doesn't-
got away with it.
but it wasn't bad. I didn't have a great deal, to be fair, but the nose was exceptional, very, very good. And on the palate, on the tongue, it was all right, not bad at all. A lot less aggressive and harsh as I thought it was going to be, but yeah, not bad at all. And I spoke to him about the ppm. Now he said that theirs is I told you, what did we say? 56 ppm
Yeah, you weren't sure.
on the barley, wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought all their standard range was 50, so I didn't know it was.
Yeah,
it was
but he made
56.
out like that was their standard, didn't he? Really, sort of 55,
Well, you
56.
talked to him, I don't know.
And that's on the barley, not sort of on the final product.
And
So what it would come down to, I don't know. He said there's probably ways and methods of figuring that out, but
you lose almost all of it in production. So
yeah,
it
so
will be a
that's
small
probably
amount.
why in the glass there, it actually wasn't overly.
I was having some Octomore the other day.
Oh,
It tastes like
Jesus, what's wrong
burnt
with you?
bacon.
Well, it would do, I.
Yeah.
It's a rash thing to stay.
I
Very much so here all week.
The only thing it has going for it is the speed.
What, my humour?
It was just there.
I'm quick. If nothing else, the wife.
Quick and nauseating.
Yeah, husband said, to be fair. But yeah, so that's a couple of things that I managed to clarify, but
It's all
you can't
there.
even read that, you're just squinting.
I'm not. I don't know what that
Is that
means.
hieroglyphics or something, is it?
It's proper things. It's
Cave writing.
proper writing.
You need to hold that up to the camera and let people see what that's like, because that's freaking atrocious. That's so bad. I can actually read English, but that, I just don't know where to start with that.
What does that say?
Oh, you picked the biggest word on the bloody page.
Still not very big.
Blethers.
Yeah.
You see the word blethers with love.
With love.
Seriously, I'm just going to hold it up there. There you go. That's
private.
it. Oh no, don't give them too much there on there, because that's got your inside leg measurement and stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want people knowing that. None of their business. Happy days. Skål. Is it skål? Cheers in.
Oh, bloody hell.
What
That came
language is that?
up on a previous one as well.
I know what? Skål. I'm sure that's.
What do the Germans say? Well, there we go.
I
There's
think
his-
skål is either German. I think Norwegian. I think always said it in Norway. I'm going to Google that.
That came up and we should have sorted
When
that
did
one.
that come up? How many weeks ago was that?
I forgot about that. You were totally right as well about the 1981 to 1989 closure.
Say that again.
You were totally right.
That's it.
about
That's
the
all I wanted to hear.
1981
I don't care about the rest.
1989 closure or 91 maybe. Closure of Ardbeg. I was getting that mixed up with the Hiram Walker stuff.
I'm right again. I must have done some research for that last one, huh? I don't think I was wrong on anything, really.
You trotted out a handful of facts and some of them are correct.
Well, I'm going, we won't need a blethers, will we? Because everything will be true when I say it.
There you go.
We'll put all the links, we'll start up a Facebook page, so any of my friends that are Facebook, beware, you're going to get sent a link.
That'll be nice because we can just put up all random guff and not have to explain it.
Yeah, that's it.
Nice photos.
Yeah, we'll
clips.
put all that stuff up, and then if you need to know more, you'll have to find the relevant episodes and stuff, won't we?
I don't have confidence in our audio version of this.
In the podcast version.
Yeah.
In what sense? What, you don't think people are going to listen, or you
It's
don't
way
think
better to
see the
yeah
chemistry?
yeah.
Okay, no.
I know that's dire.
This is better than listening. Jesus, God help anyone that's listening, eh?
That's nobody, so you don't have to
But
worry
yeah,
about
but
it.
I think Dave from Wessex Whisky, he was sort of saying that he'd prefer it if we could do it as a podcast.
Yeah, but that's
Or
like,
wear
would you
hoods,
prefer
he
your
said.
head cut off or a kick in the balls? Like it's not.
Yeah, so that's
prefer
what
does
two
not
evil.
equal avid,
Lesser of two evils,
Yeah.
that's going on.
because that's easier to ignore. You've got one less sense being bombarded by horseshit. You can just.
Your language is terrible, by the way.
I just did not edit you out on the last one, but you were a little bit. You were a little bit
I
over.
swore
the
when I
line.
fell over at Solom.
Yeah.
So rolling around in the grass, effing and jeffing.
Don't you go on with that. You are nothing but proud. You are so pleased with yourself.
I like that. It's funny, I can laugh at myself, you know what I mean? That's, you got it, ain't it? If you're a piss
but
taker,
you're
you've got a bit of
pleased
laugh.
that it's on there. You're pleased that you captured
Oh.
it. It's like your crowning moment. Done all sorts of things in your life.
But falling over in the grass is my-
Falling over a stone. We put that stone there.
Who put that stone there 500 years ago? You bastard. So we will then start sharing some more links and going a bit more out there, letting people know what we're up to. We've got a lot more material now. We've got 4 full episodes. This is going to be the fourth Blethers.
Yeah.
Lots
Leathers
of
are good
snippets.
too.
Yeah.
They get a bit more into the just broadening out into the island and whatnot,
Absolutely.
and
Yeah, that's it.
clarifying the.
And then
the
obviously at the
details.
end of Blethers, we'll give you a little idea of what's happening in the next episode.
Mm.
But I won't show you what we're drinking. But we'll tell them who's coming, shall we? We've got a special guest in the next one, haven't we?
Well, we're getting into the future already, are we?
Oh.
Well, let's not be coy about it if you're bringing it up.
No, we'll move on now. I said at the end we'd talk about that, don't we? That's how we do it on
Well, look, I was listening. You're talking to a guy from Ardbeg as well. I was listening to Dr. Bill Lumsden. He was talking about the wee beastie, right? Don't worry, no, you'll get a kick out of this because you were saying you're taking the wee beastie and you're going, look, I can't be arsed. You're wanting to put some rainwater in it, or you couldn't be arsed going downstairs and getting some. Yeah. But he was talking about it. So, the wee beastie's mad fierce. He still tried to talk it up, but you could tell it was just way too intense for his own taste.
Really?
So do you know what he said though? I like this guy. I like him. I really like him. He's interesting. Dr. Bill Lumsden.
So, what's he, a YouTube page?
No. He's the master blender for Glenmorangie and for Ardbeg and maybe a couple others. Glenmorangie. I think we got. You were asking about Glenmorangie. I think you were
down south. We always call it Glenmorangie, but
it's Glenmorangie.
Glenmorangie.
I can't remember. I might have arsed it up as well, but that is.
We'll go with it. It probably sounds more like
it is Glenmorangie.
The old Scottish people are funny folk, so you say things funny, so there's every possibility that it won't be Glenmorangie.
Do you know what he said? I'm trying to say I like the guy, but do you know what he was talking about? He was saying, "No, we've got to put a few sprinkle of water. Take a first hit, get it on your palate, all this kind of stuff. Fine. It's fine. Just leave him alone. He's doing a proper tasting." All right. Then he puts a little sprinkle of water. But do you know what he called that? He says, releasing the serpent. He said, in the industry, they call this releasing the serpent. I've never heard that in my life.
We were talking about serpents, weren't we?
Absolute bloody idiot.
Medusa, wasn't it?
Yeah, that did come up, but it wasn't the Medusa's pubes. So
Medusa is a pubes snake-like as well. It's a weird question, isn't it? But it's one that needs to be asked, I think. Yeah.
And actually, that would be the BLETHERS would be the place to clear that up, but we didn't manage to find conclusive.
No, I looked for some pictures of Medusa's pubes, but couldn't find any.
Or you got distracted by what did show up.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly, yeah. You never know. But yeah, so what else did you discover from the last one that we weren't sure on anything?
I've got a list over there. I'll have a look at it.
Grab the paper.
I'll tell you this though, in the process of looking up, I was trying to clarify what was going on with their still because they got a purifier at a far end of their line arm, right?
Right. Okay.
That's the kind of technical bit that I was trying to get into with Ardbeg. I couldn't hammer it down, but in the process of different ways, the effect of different equipment, I was listening to this corrections officer from the States of how the prisoners get drunk, right? And he was saying the lengths that they'll go to ferment stuff in there, right? So what you need basically to make alcohol, you need sugars and yeast, right? That's gets you your alcohol, right? Warmth, water, but your basics is sugar and yeast. And he was saying that they've got all these ways of hiding it in trash or in mop buckets
frames and
all sorts of ways. But what he was saying, this is gross. He was saying they get a tube from somewhere. They get tomato paste. Tomato paste has a lot of natural sugars in it, so that's where they get the sugar. And then they would use the scrapings for under their toenails or between their toes. What got me this was because he was just trotting this out. Is he used the phrase toe jam? Like they'll use toe jam for yeast. Like what? Never heard this phrase before. So I went looking up what the Americans mean by toe jam. It's like, that's what they're using that's where they're getting their yeast from to ferment.
That's just nasty.
So is that a 96-hour fermentation, you think, or is it? So I don't even remember. I was trying to find out about Ardbeg still, and I got distracted by.
That's got to be illegal. I don't think they're towing the line, are they?
You got prisoner and toe into the same.
Oh no, that's good, wasn't it?
Yeah. No, it's hellish, but it was quick again.
That just sounds really nasty to me.
Yeah, desperate to get hammered though.
The lighting's all right again, isn't it? I think we've got the lighting sussed now. Do you? I ain't got this camera zooming in and out.
You are a bizarre man.
What have I done now?
I'm talking about toe fungus booze.
Yeah.
And you're bored with that. You want to concentrate on the quality of the lighting. I don't
think we should talk about the quality of editing because you know what I mean. Not when you're crying on air.
Well, that's the sort of thing that'll make me cry.
That's what I'm saying.
Taking a cheap dig at my editing.
Oh, all right.
Oh, you talk to people then. I'm gonna look.
I've got nothing to say at all.
Well, what's going on and what's been, people have been.
Well, we've got the old lockdown. That's easing now.
And here we go.
We're going to get some tourists coming back soon, won't we?
Johnny was supposed to give us music last time, and he gave it a go, and it just didn't work out. So
he let us down. Johnny let us down.
And if
just be blunt about it, say it as it is, Rob.
Well, no, yeah. Well, there's another way of saying that he was trying to keep the quality high. You know, I didn't want to let the side down, so that's fine enough.
Baloney, that's rubbish.
But the point is, like, just you were gonna knock on some doors and make sure some people deliver this time. So you bounce us out to somebody.
Oh, now?
Yeah.
Who am I going to bounce this out to? Anybody?
Well, you never know, so just...
All right, yeah, so okay, what we're going to do, we're going to take a wee break now. We'll send you out to speak to somebody. It could be any Johnny, Dave, it could be bloody any Uncle Tom Cobley and all. That's an old saying, that is. My mum used to say that. Uncle Tom Cobley and all. I don't know if that's a poem or something, but that's something they used to say. That means everybody.
Yeah.
Uncle Tom Cobley and all. Anyhow, we're going to send you over to somebody. So, we'll be back with you shortly. Slant and all that. Have fun. We'll see you shortly, guys. There you go.
Hello, I'm Mary Kosmos. Katie Kosmos has been left indisposed at the moment. I don't usually go in for this kind of nonsense, but to be fully frank, the spirits have been perfect little shits to her. They've left her dizzy and riddled with vertigo and hearing voices that aren't real. Yes, the spirits have been horrible, so I've elected to have a word with them myself. They seem to be awfully keen to talk about Sagittarius this time. Apparently, you must live up to your obligations, but the only rewards in the wind are gold. I think what they mean is not love and that kind of thing. To be honest, I think that the spirits talk a lot of nonsense, but much good may it do you. Let's have a song. Someday we will find the city of gold. Someday we will find the city of gold.
Should stop and then just come back as you...
Yeah. You do look an odd fella on camera. Look at you looking at that. You look like a convict. You look like you drink toenail clippings. What is it?
Toe jam.
Toe jam.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome back, folks. Me and Rodders have had a chat in the middle of this. Thanks, whoever that was.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you. Be nice at
I
least.
got a sneaking suspicion it might have to be me.
What, you doing a broadcast?
Me being Katie Cosmos. Katie Cosmos is in bad shape, yeah, so...
Is she still not well?
We don't want to
don't
trouble
know,
people
out
with it.
on there about sort of... That's not
But
anyone's business, is it?
Can we come back again?
You might want to edit that.
Bloody hell! We're trying to be compassionate here. Just look, people need to know their horoscopes, even if somebody's ill disposed. Not. Oh. You just sort of.
This the eyes. Bless her. Anyway, you might want to edit that out.
Well, I'll ask her. No, keep it in.
No, you can't put that in. That's not fair, is it?
No.
Cosmos. So you're going to do an impression of Katie Cosmos?
Well, I'll be like...
You've got the wig, haven't you? I've seen you with a big wig on before. Have you still got that?
Well, look, I don't want to get in too far because you'll spoil the realism of it. Like once you see it, you'll be like, the transformation will be totally immersive and convincing.
Yeah, you're full of something, you are.
Right, Corey Brecken.
Corey Brecken, Whirlpool.
Third biggest. You were
Third.
right. I think I was saying second. It's third.
Yeah, I read that years ago. It was third, I think, but certain times of the year is better than others, isn't it? But
stronger, weaker, yeah, but it's always there. Yeah. But there's a baby one. It's sort of like small Corey Brecken. That one seems fiercer, but it's not as permanent.
But so I just remember years ago that I read somewhere that when it was at its weakest, some 16-year-old lad swam across it.
Yeah. No, I've heard that, or people have rowed across it and stuff. It's just really not that impressive. One thing that you were saying last time, because obviously I'm having...
You were listening, were you?
I'm having to do your... No, I had to edit it also. I had to listen to what you were saying.
Okay.
It just filtered in whether I wanted it or not. So having to do your homework for you,
What do you mean do my homework for me, you cheeky bastard?
It's your supernova. You were talking about that going into space.
Yeah, it's something to do with a space station.
So I couldn't actually find out what the. But you're right, exactly that. It was the space station. I couldn't find out what liquid was in the. But it was just a vial. Like it was tiny.
Yeah, it wasn't
tiny
going to be
amount
much
of weight.
because they ain't got much storage on the shuttle getting up there, have they?
It looks like some daft company that you can just pay them a lot of money to take stuff into space and bring
I
it
think
back.
Virgin or Branston was doing that, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was on about sending people up into space, wasn't he? Old Richard Branston.
No, but this company is just
Pickle guy.
you give them a small amount of weight and they put it on a shelf for you in the station and bring it back. And then they're talking about it being science, like they can measure what's happened to the whiskey. They had two identical samples, and then they this one's been to space and this one hasn't. What's the change? Bugger all. Bound to be
Weird
something.
atmosphere. They would just.
That's right. So, you're happy, you're pleasing yourself, are you?
Oh, tickle Dale.
I'm not sure what else there was.
Most of it, I was very, very accurate. I would only imagine. George, all right, is it?
Nah, it's shite.
Is it? What is it then?
It's not. I mean, it's drinkable, but it's definitely. I would never go. Oh, give me that again.
Have a try that one. Let's see about that side. You good from that side? That seems really aggressive to me, really harsh. But
This? Give that a sip.
oh, you good? Fuck, I'm getting heartburn from this. I don't normally get it from unpeated.
Yeah. We got a couple of losers.
I think we've got a couple of straight jams, yeah.
I mean, that's not atrocious, but give that a go. I don't know where you're safe. I don't have the feats.
Fuck me, that's harsher than this.
Different kind of harsh.
Yeah.
But
That's
neither's.
That's a back of the throat harsh. This is a top of the chest
The whole
harsh.
thing's just a total abuse.
Yeah.
Bloody hell, I mean, there's some
A bag
gorgeous
like that,
things.
and we got some.
I don't know if there's anything over
two
a 30.
bottles of
Oh, no,
shot.
no, there definitely is one at least over 30, because I know one that's in there is over 30, but there's a few old.
Decent drams in there. There's 25-year-old in there.
We
There's
picked some.
sauternes in there. There's.
Don't know what's going on.
No, but that's all right. You don't matter. You don't matter now.
I can't even remember why I was talking about that prison guy. I totally got distracted with the prison guard and the toe fungus. For
That's a bit of a random one. Where did you hear that?
I can't remember what led from lead to lead to lead. It was on YouTube, but it was basically to do with what different equipment affects your distilling. And somehow I got trapped into this. Oh, that's what it was.
Easy to
That was to do with the Johnny episode, because we were talking about, is it possible to get Everclear? He was saying it was 96.
Oh, yeah.
96%. It's like, how the hell are you getting that? That's true. You can, 95. You can get it 95, 94. That's true. But the other part of it was, we were going into how can you drink. That's right. He said this as well. How do you drink hand sanitizer?
Oh, yeah.
Right. And apparently the trick to do is.
Ice and a slice.
No, I can't. No, I don't know if it's if it works for all of them, or if it only works for the gel ones. But you just cover it in a layer of salt, and the salt sinks through and leaves more or less the liquid, like the water and the alcohol above, and takes everything else down with it. Yeah. And so as long as you don't drink that last little bit, because the salt doesn't dissolve the alcohol. It only dissolves the water, and it takes most of the stuff with it.
Bloody hell.
That's what I
That's
was trying to solve.
I was thinking of Canadian whiskey. I worked at a hotel on the island, and some Canadians came and they gave me a bottle, and it was just called 90 or 90 proof. It was called.
That's not.
But it was a
90 proof's only 45.
yeah, but it's a Canadian company. It's a rye. I think it's a rye whiskey. I think.
I think that makes you stink.
But it was like, I don't think it was cheap.
No. We can't, if we're starting to talk about the future, we can't be. I'm finishing this and getting a nice dram. I'm sick of this one.
Yeah, we've picked a couple of jams here. Neither of us are very impressed with them.
It's not terrible, but I came up here wanting a dram to enjoy. This is not a relaxing after work dram.
Well, get your laughing gear around one of these.
No, I'll finish it first one.
Yeah, just down it. Neck it. Come on.
It's too much for that. Especially I'm having Pete after this. I'm wanting it.
I think this is the peat bag.
Yeah.
Should I pick you one out? That looks too good. I don't want to give you. Why don't bother me? 'Cause I ain't going to drink them anyway. Well, that looks a bit pale.
Still, you don't want me to enjoy myself.
No, God, no.
No.
Not when you think we might have some guests coming up here.
So yeah, let's talk about the future a wee bit.
We're talking about the future.
Ardbeg.
Crystal
At
balls.
some point, we'll have somebody connected to Ardbeg up here, but we've got a lot of people coming up in the next.
We
few
got
episodes.
contacts at a lot of other distilleries, and to be fair, some of the other distilleries aren't overly keen on their people being involved in social media things, do they?
Well, no, they are. They love it, but you have to be
It has to
extremely
be authorised
PC.
by them, and it's got to be
You've got to be media trained, which means you're going to hold. You're going to have what brand? What do they call it? You've got to be on brand, and also obviously not spook any of the categories.
You can't speak ill of the dead.
Yeah, we've basically we'll be going to be absolute sweethearts in all regards to all kinds of humanity except midgets. Apparently, that's our one
Midgets.
exception. Is the
I'm kind to midgets.
kind and love
I like
all the
them.
love in the
I
world.
love the midgets,
And
but they
that
fascinate
Peter
me.
Dinklage guy, he's an absolute gentleman, like an
And
absolute.
Warwick Davis.
I
Imagine a
would
table
follow
tennis
him
game
to-
between them two. They wouldn't see the top of the table, would they? Be like tell it in it like that.
No, man, this is supposed to be a.
You started it.
I mentioned dwarfs did not mean you had to. You're the victim here. You're the real victim. Is your imagination just cannot handle. The second the concept comes up, it's just your. But what about this? And but what about that?
The Olympics wanted them to do high jump. Sorry, they tickled me. But I like them. I think they're fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
You right there?
No.
You dying? So anyway,
I'm trying not to just toss it back because it's probably.
oh, come on. Shall I tell you what the next episode's going to happen?
Yeah.
Come on. The next episode, which is the full 1 hour-ish, give or take minutes here and there, will be the Bruichladdich Distillery. Another one that was same year as us, wasn't it? 1881. Yeah. So we're going to be Bruichladdich. We've got a cracking dram that I bought on the auction a few months back.
Yeah.
But we've got a special guest coming up with us. Some of you will know him.
Oh, he's been tugging the shoulder, tugging your elbow a wee bit. Come on, let me.
Yeah.
I want to taste of that.
But we're actually tempted to just film him coming up the steps. I think that'll be enough for an episode on its own.
This is going out before then, you know.
Oh yeah.
So
anyway, we have got the man, the legend, David Brodie, Mr. Dave Brodie, fellow Bunnahabhain tour guide, as in works with us.
It's good there because he can hang out and we'll learn things just effortlessly.
He's got great knowledge. His sherry knowledge is fantastic. And like I say, we've got you've probably seen on some of the other episodes. Hopefully you've seen. And Dave does a bit of the music and the poetry and all the rest of it. So we generally, I can imagine.
He's been doing daft stuff up to now, but
Yeah.
he'll be showing his mastery on the next.
Yeah, but I'm sure we're gonna have a laugh as well. To be fair,
That's what I'm saying.
probably at your expense.
That's acceptable.
We'll gang up on you probably. But that's all right. That's acceptable. But yeah, so we'll have
part
Dave
of
up
the
here.
course.
It's going to be a good episode. Nice dram. He's been itching. Once I told him I bought this bottle, he said he would like to come up and sit and do that. So we'll sit up here like we did with Johnny episode before this one, and we'll sit and have a good jam and a chat, and we'll try and do a little bit of research about Bruichladdich, bit of stories and stuff like that.
But we'll be pretty much redundant with him sitting there. We just
Yeah,
have
I
to
think Dave's
fill
going to
in the
basically
drams
lead
and-
the episode, isn't it? Really. Yeah.
Right, so I almost lost my job to Johnny last time he was here, so we'll see
Yeah,
if
he was
finally
far
just
more
bumped out with
interested
him.
than you were, to be
Yeah.
fair.
We'll see if Dave
But-
can finally boot me out.
Are you bringing donuts for Dave?
Nope, he's getting something else.
Can I get the donuts then?
Yeah, I'll get you donuts.
Can you get me some with an orange label on? They were lovely last time. Reduced to sixpence.
The donuts were full price, full, proper, professional price donuts. It's just the cookies were an afterthought, 26p. Or
And I'm
something.
not being funny, but I believe the flapjack was reduced.
They may have been.
Yeah. Seriously.
And they were, because you were showing them. Look, everyone.
Skinflint.
I got my,
He's an old cheapskate.
it would have meant something to you if you had full-priced flapjacks.
It would have been
Don't want
far
any
more
more
heartfelt.
discount,
heartfelt.
regardless of the price. The
That's
taste
it.
is the same.
Absolutely. So yeah, so
Hey.
we're looking forward to that. You got
Done
rid of
with
that
that.
old junk now, have you?
Oh,
Right, let me get the
hell,
bag
that was
for you,
bad.
and you can. Okay, lucky dip rodders. Just take one, man. Christ, it'll be a year old by the time you've opened it. It's got a P on the top. What's that for?
It's going to be something.
It's got a D on it.
It'll be daft. That's like a Mr. Man writing. That'd be stupid.
We put P on it because when we're filling these up, sometimes when we fill peated and we do unpeated.
It really smells peated.
Christ, that's lightly peated, isn't it?
Yeah. So you're putting lies on these things.
No, it's peated. It's got to be peated, guarantee it. Or is it?
Oh yes, way more peated.
Yeah. Say it, open up.
No, it just wasn't coming across there.
Oh Christ, I tell you what, I can tell you what distillery that is from that smell. So up in the attic,
It's
the
the
weather's a
standard
bit
thing.
warmer.
It's the banana peels thing.
The weather's a bit warmer lately, isn't it? It's been nice. Tourists are starting to head back, I believe, in the next
Yeah, next few
short
days
while.
that'll be nice.
Yep. So restrictions easing a little bit. Some of the distilleries are open on a limited basis. So yeah, it's hopefully some normality is going to be resuming, which would be good. Got heartburn. Drinking this and I got heartburn.
Yeah, you should force your way through that and get onto something nice.
I will. I'll probably still get heartburn with the next one, but anyway.
So you know what this is?
I think I know which distillery that is.
It's got a lot of banana peel, like old banana peel. Don't know what that means.
It means you're full
I
of
mean,
shit.
I remember that chemical. I'm not saying the name of it again,
Yeah, go
but
on,
it's a lot of it.
fluorocarbon.
Does
it?
No.
What does this take us? We need to do this 5-minute episode. What does take us? We should do that. That should be another one that you do in between. So after an episode.
Well, I don't want to focus on me because it's not me that knows stuff. It's just
Yeah, but it's not you.
Passing
But
on
you're
other
just
people's-
passing on information that you're given by people at these certain distilleries, maybe. So like say, like we did Bunhaven first, then Bumore, and then we're going to do Bruichladdich next. Oh no, Ardbeg and then Bruichladdich. But you could talk a little bit about something technical from each of those for like 5 minutes after each episode. You know what I mean? Throw
I
it
know
in.
what you mean, but I disagree
Why?
because it's got to be more generic than that.
Generic. Oh right. So
I'm not going to try and find a technical mystery out of each distillery.
all right then. So it's more about the process in general. Okay, that's cool. We do that.
That's what I was trying.
But we
That's
still
what I just
call
went
it-
away and fetched today. Was all the technical details of the production process, and I had to sneak them past you because the amount of.
I saw you the black folders thinking you're a geek.
What
He's got a tasting. He's got an online tasting to do, a Zoom tasting. So
your hatred for any kind of intellectual initiative, hatred for it. What are you trying to find out about it for? Loser.
this man cannot think on his feet. He can't wing it. Can you?
You value that.
I
Talking
think it's a
convincingly
skill.
from a deep
I think
place
it's a
of
skill.
total ignorance.
I think it's a skill. Absolutely.
And ignorance can be passive, where you just
Bliss.
don't know stuff,
Bliss.
but you go for the I ignore, I shall not take in information and still speak.
Yeah, but
That's Johnny's phrase. I love that phrase.
What?
I'd rather be wrong than quiet. That's a beautiful phrase. There's a lot of truth to that.
that's me down to the ground. I like that.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's like Rodney being funny. Did you all catch that? I'll make a note of that if ever you want to
Once
come back
every
to
2
it.
months.
If you ever want to come back to seeing Rodney say something funny, you'll remember it's the BLETHERS following the Ardbeg episode. What?
Just put a pin in that
Yeah, I
from
think-
the year's produce.
Yeah,
there.
you can bookmark that. Can't
Oh, you say something hilarious now.
Hilarious. I got nothing funny to say at all. Nothing at all. I'm not a humorous kind of guy, really.
No, sort of subdued.
I've had a bad day today at work. I was fed up from the bloody minute I started today.
You're going on
But
about
I got a lot done, didn't I? Cleaned the windows.
Katie's problems, keep it on the. And now you're going on about your problems and making this a
Yeah,
downer
this
of
is
an
it.
episode.
People need to know that we're not happy all the time. I've been cleaning windows. I cleaned the minibus today. Washed all that. I've been a busy boy today. I mean, what have you been doing? Pardon me. Part of a bit of repetition. We could probably make an episode of me burping, can't we?
Be a foul episode, won't do it. Generally, more or less, this is supposed to be well disposed to people, like be kind to people, and be nice.
I have been.
Yeah, but proposing a whole burping episode is
No, I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Cutting room floor stuff. That's what people like, isn't it?
no.
No. Okay. No burping and farting.
People
No
like
bodily
professionalism and kindness and
Yeah.
engagement and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm quite glad so far I haven't sneezed up here. I'll probably knock these two tripods over and all sorts of my sneeze. Happy
Blowing
days.
at both ends.
Aye. Absolutely. But hey, it's all good, isn't it?
I think
What's that one
Basically,
like?
just I don't know. Just I can't get really much past the. Basically, what it's like is it's not one drink. It's all over the place. So you can focus on the banana, or there's peat. I can barely pick up actually, to be honest.
Do you think your senses have been nulled a bit by that first one?
A little bit maybe, but that's not really it.
It's just because you've got no idea what you're looking for. Banana man. What's the chemical? What's that chemical again?
It's called isoamylacetate.
Isoamylacetate. Remember that, folks. Remember, you heard that here first from Mr. William Boring. Anyone that could even just saying that word, I nearly fell asleep by the end of that word.
In your own skull. You're like, oh, Colin, man, what are you saying this stuff for?
What was it? Amylase. But it's so funny
that
to
stuff's interesting. What the hell?
Joke, you bastard. Anyway, next week it'll
I was
just
trying
be
to say
me.
it's interesting, but obviously it's not.
Next week it'll just be the attic with Col and the late Rodders.
To do with how what affects adding a little bit of water, leaving it stand out, it has those chemicals really affect how the shape of this works.
I think.
Like, I mean, the specific one, I forget which chemical this is, but it's a small particle or small molecule, but it acts in a way like it needs lots of space. You're on your way out. I can watch your eyes roll back into focus and then say another wee bit of a sentence and then just. It's worth knowing.
It's good
because you can have tons of a chemical, but you're barely picking it up, and you can have 2 parts per billion, and it's screaming at you. It's the truth. All right, sod you then.
Is that give you to cut that out to make your techers?
No, there was no details in that. That was just very vague.
But it was scientific, Rodders.
It was scientific-y. It was sciencey.
You said
I had
the word
chemical.
chemical. You said the word chemical. 2 parts per billion. Jesus.
The whole point is for people who actually know distilling, not to be giving you the.
Yeah, well that's it. But people that know distilling don't want to listen to me, do they? They want to know a little bit more like what you're talking about.
No, I don't think they want to know. It's just if they're watching and we're talking absolute guff, it would be nice to say, no, they do kind of know.
Guff?
I'm afraid so. I'm afraid. I don't want to break it to you, but it is pretty much wall to wall.
Guff.
Drivel, we'll say. Yeah.
Drivel.
Yeah.
Fair dues. Can't argue with that. What else has happened?
That's our official description on the
European
on the podcast.
Super League. What else has happened lately?
Come on now. Supposed to tell us island news.
West Ham are winning again.
But what's happened in the last year?
Well, I don't know what's happened in the last year.
Yes, in the
Not
last
lots
bloody
happened,
year.
Has it? Lots of people have died. There's been lots of babies born. Isn't there?
That pretty much applies to everywhere.
Well, yeah, but what else is there? We've been in lockdown. I don't know what's happened. I haven't been out of the house in like 10 months.
That's not true. You don't take it very seriously. You've not been behaving yourself.
I've been behaving, haven't I?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sticking your bubbles and whatnot.
Yeah. Except this one. Well, you're
Yeah,
single liver. You live on your own, so this is your bubble.
Same bubble.
And we work together as well, so we've got that work bubble as well. So it's lots of bubbles, right?
Yeah.
I'm forever blowing bubbles.
Oh, you didn't sing it Cockney though.
Pretty bubbles in
The bubbles, there we go.
I'll stop now. All right, geezer. I'll stop now.
Look, this is hellish.
What?
How about you say goodbye to everyone, and if we've got anything else to say after
we
that,
stick it on the end.
yeah, or I'll just chuck it back in earlier. But
Yeah.
as long as we've got that kind of all right.
Yeah, that would do. We've got plenty. How long have we been recording there?
I don't know.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay, well, on board
But,
now.
hey, okay. So anyway, how about
Why don't you ever say goodbye? Why do I always have to do it?
you're the personality. You're the star.
Full of shit.
It's all about you.
Full of
I
shit.
told you a million times. You gaze into the camera and you just give yourself love into your own, until you just get annoyed at your own camera.
You're full of shit. You really are. Do you know that?
Oh,
Yeah. You can talk as well to the camera as I can. That's what you've been doing for the last half an hour.
and what have you been doing since the moment you met me? Has been insisting that I have no personality, and I pretty much put you in a coma with my grey, just absent, no nothing.
See, there you go. You're going off on it now.
Right, so the point is, how about you be human and engaging in lovely for the folks and tell them to go away because we're done.
Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to go back outside. We'll speak to somebody else probably.
Oh, there'll be somebody at the end.
There'll be somebody at the end. So we'll let this episode just
I think this
dwindle
is
away to tedium.
Dave gives us a tune, so I think probably he'll be on.
Dave, he might sing us a tune. Let's have
Yeah, I
a,
think
maybe
that's
it will be
what's-
Dave. But if it ain't Dave, then it'll be someone other than Dave. Right.
Fair enough.
I think that's
That's
fair
right.
to say. So
Logical.
anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. I think down around there you have to subscribe on the picture of me and Rodders' face in the circle. And over that side you have to click to like it. So do that. Tell your friends about it. Get them joined in. And we'll see you next time with Bruichladdich and David Brodie coming up here to drink with us. So, Slodger.
Oh, give me a wee give me some slush of yours because yours is awful.
You can have most of that slosh of mine here.
Right, so
So,
cheers.
Cheers, mate. We'll see you next time, guys. Thank you very
Cheers.
much.
It's bad bracing yourself when you know you got a bad dram.
I'm just going to down this.
Shots of whiskey.
I'll tell you what.
Single malt
Do you know what I
shots.
think that is? I think that's a 12-year-old Listerine.
Yeah, that's not a bad guess. Yeah.
I'll
Well,
tell
hints
you
of
what.
citrus and
Yep. I think it hints at something.
yeah.
I'm glad it's gone. So that was it. It wasn't
Wasn't
too
all
bad,
winners.
was it? How did that go for you?
When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I'll dry them all. I'm on your side. When times are trouble and friends just can't be found, like a troubled bridge over water, I'm completely